So stop looking at dirt lots. If you are driving around Southern California right now, walking into new construction sales offices and putting your name on a waiting list for a home that won't be built for 8 months, you are looking at the wrong list. Unless you are looking for a very specific lot or want to select very specific design options, this is the wrong approach. The best deals in the Inland Empire, Orange County, and LA right now aren't the homes they plan to build. The best deals are the homes they couldn't sell last quarter. We are seeing a massive spike in what we call standing inventory. These are brand new, completed homes that are just sitting empty. So to a builder, these homes are like radioactive. Every single day a finished home sits empty, it bleeds money from their bottom line. They have to pay taxes, insurance, utilities, maintain the landscaping, cleaning crews. So they're desperate to get these homes off their books, but they aren't going to advertise the panic price on the front page of Zillow. You have to know where to look, and you have to know how to negotiate for them differently than you would for a dirt lot. So I am Steve Enchen, your Southern California new construction home expert, and every week I help folks just like you find and buy beautiful new construction homes here in Southern California. Now, I'm not just guessing here. The data for late 2025, early 2026 is out, and it paints a picture the builders don't want you to see. Everyone thinks there is a housing shortage, right? Well, maybe wrong. In Riverside County, active inventory is up 42% compared to this time last year. That is a big increase in supply. In Orange County, where everyone says there's no land, inventory is actually up 26.5%. And in the Inland Empire specifically, 25% of all active listings, that's 1 in 4 homes, has slashed their price in the last 30 days. So that is the highest rate of price cuts we've seen since 2018. So this means the power dynamic has flipped. For the past 3 years, the builders mostly had the power. Today, if you know where to look, you have the power. But you have to know the difference between a spec and a cancellation. So let's define our targets. Target number 1 is the spec home. This is a home that the builder started on purpose, hoping to sell it by the time it was finished. If it's finished and unsold, it means they miscalculated the market. They made a mistake, and we can profit from that mistake. But target number 2 is actually the gold mine. It's the cancellation. I call these the heartbreak homes. This is a home that another buyer designed. They picked the lot. They went to the design center and picked the premium cabinets, the luxury vinyl plank flooring, the quartz waterfall island. They fell in love with it, and then before closing, something happened. Maybe they lost their job, maybe interest rates spiked and they couldn't qualify. They walked away. Now the builder is stuck with a highly upgraded home that is 100% complete. This is where we use the upgrade arbitrage, because when you build from dirt, the builder charges you a huge markup on every single option. So that $40,000 in flooring actually ends up costing you like $55,000. But on a cancellation, those upgrades are already installed. They're glued to the house. Builder can't rip them out. If the home sits for 30 days, and remember, days on market in like LA County just jumped to 40 days, the builder stops looking at those upgrades as profit and starts looking at them as a sunk cost. And that's where we strike. We don't offer to pay for the upgrades. We offer to pay for the house. And we treat the $50,000 in custom options as a free bonus for taking the home off their hands immediately. In some cases, actually have at least one builder who just cuts the price of these upgrades off the home immediately. And it actually ends up clearly more expensive to design and build your home versus just taking one of their inventory homes. All right, so well, how do I find them? How do you find them? Because if you look on Zillow, you may not see them. New homes rarely show up online unless the home builder deliberately places the home on the MLS. If they list a home for $50,000 less on the MLS, every other homeowner in the community who already bought gets mad because they feel like they overpaid for a design and build home. So they may use ghost listings. They list them on their own internal website, usually, hidden like 3 clicks deep. So here's a trick I teach my clients. Ignore the available homes list. Instead, go to the community site map. There's like an interactive map that shows all the lots in the community. You're looking for specific status. Usually sold lots are red, available are green, but we're looking for is maybe some other status, yellow, blue, whatever, that has a status like quick move-in or featured. Click on those lots, especially featured, home of the week. Then look for the date of completion or move-in date if it's on the website. If it says ready now or immediate move-in, that's good. But if you can find out that it's been ready for more than 45 days, that's the danger zone for the builder. And that means the corporate office is starting to really put pressure on the sales manager's neck, asking why that home isn't closed. That sales manager is no longer motivated by their commission, they're motivated by survival. So this brings us to the most powerful negotiating tool in our arsenal, the fiscal calendar. Because publicly traded builders, companies like Lennar, Pulte, KB Home, D.R. Horton, they live and die by their quarterly reports to Wall Street. They don't care about next month, they care about quarter end, the magic dates, May 31st, June 30th, September 30th, and December 31st. So if you walk into a sales office on April 2nd, the sales manager may be kind of relaxed. They have 90 days to hit their goal. They may be a little bit tougher on price. But if you walk in on March 20th and they have a standing inventory home that is sitting empty, they may be in panic mode. They need to deliver that home, like close escrow by March 31st to count it on their books. So I've seen builders drop prices by $30,000, throw in an extra $25,000 in closing costs just to get the deal signed and closed in a shorter window. But you have to be ready. We need to get your loan approved. We need to make sure your down payment is in the bank. And you got to be ready to sign. So you can't be thinking about it when we play this fiscal calendar game. So let's say we found the house. It's been sitting for 50 days. It's the last week of the quarter. What do? How do we negotiate? Most builders go in adversarial. They say, hey, this house is overpriced. I'll give you $700,000. And sales rep is going to shut down. They're going to say, we don't negotiate prices. Instead, what I use is the problem solver script. We position you as the solution to their problem. And here's what we say. I see lot 42 has been completed. It's been sitting there for 2 months. I know your carrying costs are adding up. I know you have a quarter end coming up next week. My clients are interested in the house, but the math is not working for us at the list price. However, they're approved by your lender and they can close as quickly as possible. I can take this home off your books before March 31st so you can hit your number, but to make that happen, I need the price to be X or I need a credit of Y. If we can agree to that today, they are ready to sign today. So do you see the difference? You aren't asking for a favor. You're not being adversarial. You're offering them a reasonable business decision, which is how things work in new construction. So in a market where buyers can be a little flaky and rates are volatile, having the certainty of closing is really the most expensive currency we can offer a home builder. So let's use it. So if you're renting right now or you need to move in the next 30 to 60 days, don't go looking at dirt lots that are closing in 8 months. You're leaving money on the table. So that housing glut really for new homes is real. The inventory is sitting there, but you need a guide who knows how to find those listings and knows which builders are desperate to hit their numbers this month. I have access to the quick move-in list for every major builder in the Inland Empire and Orange County and LA County, including the off-market ones they haven't listed yet. So reach out to me. Let's sit down. We'll look at the inventory and see if we can find a hidden gem that gives you the upgrades of a custom home for the price of a base model. So my contact information is up here on the screen. There's a link down in the video description where you can book time right on my calendar. Remember, don't pay full price for a home that should be on clearance. So if you find this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.